Pakistani or South Asian musicians in England used to idolize Nusrat, and he would give them whatever they asked for. He would give them their recordings, and his own recordings, and they could do whatever they want with it. They mixed his voice in with their own compositions, and that was fine with him, because he really kind of wanted to keep that connection of these young people to Pakistan.
If there's a Punjabi crowd in the house,
I had no idea what this guy was going to sing. I had no idea what this guy was going to do. All I know is that he sits on the floor, crosses his legs, and just does his thing on the mic. So I had no music prepared, I had no pre-production done. I just put some drum beats down, and Nusrat came in with his party and sat on the floor and just sang a few different tunes. And he asked me, "What do you want?" I said, "Well, as usual, give me something slow and give me something fast, so I have a good selection of what you can do." The beauty about what really amazed me was his ability in doing everything in one take and no retakes, basically. And I thought, this is so fascinating, amazing.
He was a brilliant composer. He had a lot of simplicity in his music. You know, his compositions were very organic, very appealing, very simple, fundamentally based on ragas and very minimalist almost, with an incredible power, incredible energy of the vocal. You know, it's kind of very strange for me to talk about his music because I don't feel qualified enough personally to talk about such of a great man.
Wherever he traveled, if he went to Spain, he listened to flamenco artists, and that became part of his repertoire, his style. And it's not because he was aiming to change his style. He never was. He just was able to incorporate so much.
The way I did the soundtrack of Dead Man Walking was after Peter Gabriel introduced me to Tim Robbins. It was thanks to Peter's praise and respect for me that he convinced Tim Robbins that I was a very good and talented artist and that I was the right artist for the soundtrack. After hearing my music, Tim Robbins and Eddie Vedder came to my concert in New York and brought a cassette from me to listen to, the Dead Man Walking idea.
I've heard that he was going to make certain albums with very famous Western musicians and singers. And it's a pity that death took him away from us so early, because he was very young. He was around 50. And perhaps if he had been given 10 more years, he would have given us, I just can't imagine what he would have done, because I really believe that he had just started. You see, with all his efforts, he had opened the doors of what you call world music. And now he was going to do what he could do.
nisa re sa 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 nisa ni nisa re sa sa nisa nisa re sa sa nisa ni nisa re sa sa nisa sa re re ma ma ba ba ni ni da ni ba ma re da re ni da nisa re sa nisa ni nisa re sa sa nisa sa nisa re ma ma sa re ba sa nisa re ni sa nisa re sa ni ba ma re sa ni ba ma re sa ni ba re ba ma re sa ni आजा तेनू अखियां उड़ीक दियां डोलना तेनू अखियां उड़ीक दियां नुसरत खां तेनू अखियां उड़ीक.
If somebody has fulfilled their life quota, so to speak, you know, and they're near the end, then, you know, the death is not such a bad thing. It's time for them to move on. And we didn't understand why he was taken.
The voice of heaven never dies. It's been handed down. And tonight, Ustad Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan is here to carry on his music of peace and spiritual love.
And the winds are blowing, and the skies keep turning gray. And the sun is setting, the sun will rise another day.
After we did that song and soundtrack, a lot of people appreciated the music. Spread love and love each other in this world. They struck a chord with people, and that's why people really enjoyed the music.
For hours and hours, he would play the same tune, again and again, with minor changes, with slight improvisation. And then he'll sit down, and then he would watch around, looking into the space, and then again he'll come back. He was, on one hand, he was like a worshipper. On the other hand, he was like a child who was playing with a toy.
With the Sufi kalam, as we say, the Sufi sayings, he would cast a spell on the audience. And must say I've had the privilege of sitting through some of these evenings, which was supposed to be fundraising evenings, and normally fundraising evenings are a bit of a hard work. But with Nusrat, it was a pleasure sitting and listening to this great master.
We did many shows for Imran Khan, for his charity. Khan Saab wouldn't take any money for the show, but Imran Khan would give money to cover the musician expenses. Khan Saab also did many shows for cancer research.
Nusrat's message of love and peace